Welcome to the Market Trader Option Basics recap video. This video goes along with Lesson 2 of the Market Trader 101 series. What I'm going to illustrate and review for you today is the option payoff diagram for a long call option. So this is a diagram generated by the tool Options Analysis, and it's an easy way to visualize the profit and loss areas for a particular option contract, in this case, a call option on the ETF GLD. So the first thing to notice is that this option has a set of expiration days. So our days to expiration for this option is 28, which means that over the next 28 days, this option can be bought and sold, opened and closed, after which it will be rolling off the books and will no longer be traded. The next thing to notice is what is the strike price of this particular call option. And that's easily found by looking at where the graph changes direction. So in this case, it changes direction at the $125 stock price or strike price. So we would say that this GLD call option has a 125 strike. Now, what we're most interested in today is where the black line is located. So I'm just going to trace that through here for you. And the black line represents what the value of this call option will be at expiration. It also shows you where the call option is going to lose and make money in relation to its strike price. So let's first of all look at the number here on the left, the minus 100. This represents actually two things: the maximum loss of the call option um, if the price is going to trade below $125 by expiration. So that means the most that we can lose is $100. So not too much in terms of relation. We don't have a huge liability in if we just went out and purchased this option. The other thing to note is that how much can this option start to make? Well, for example, if the price went up to $130, we could trace from the $130 price level up to the black line, which is expiration, and note that our profit would be $400. So that's $400 profit made from this single call option. If the price further advanced to, say, the $135 range, we would trace up to the black line and see that the profit on this particular option is $900. So there's a substantial amount of money that could be made if the price goes in your direction whenever you buy an option, either a call or a put option. So technically, our max profit is actually infinite. Um, let's use the infinity symbol there, because this graph has no upper bound, no upper range. That line just continues on as long as the price it keeps increasing. Um, Now we know that stocks don't typically move to the upside infinitely, and they don't typically move to the downside towards zero very often, although it can happen, but it's usually somewhere in between. So our profit and our loss is going to be somewhere probably in the range of where the current price is today, maybe a little higher or maybe a little lower. So we're going to be into sort of this range where this option begins to flex and curve up in terms of our actual profit and loss. We'll be talking more about that in our third lesson in the Market Trader about how to gauge where price might be going and how to read that. Um, I guess the last thing to look at on this diagram is the blue line. And the blue line refers to the current price of the instrument that we're trading. So in this case, this is the current price of the GLD. And as we can see, if we estimate it, it's around $118 current price. And if that price moves up towards the $125 range, then our option hopefully will be starting to gain in value, providing it gets there ahead of the expiration. But if it starts to fall and go below the current price, you can see that we will be continuing to lose some value out to a maximum loss of minus 100. So that's a recap of how to read a payoff diagram for an options payoff diagram, in this case the call option. I hope that was informative, and we'll look for you on the next video.